Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to grow magnolias from seed. So before you even start, you need to look up which magnolias are native to your area, so you only grow those. So right here in Southeast Ohio, we have the big leaf magnolia, which I already did. It's not filmed, but it is much more rare than this one. This is the umbrella magnolia. It has smaller seed pods, slightly smaller leaves, and the leaves have like a heart shape at the base, like cordate at the petiole. And all magnolias will have this little seed pod, and they'll have, in that little slit you can see the red seeds. These are those. They're drupes, so they have this red flesh on them, and then they have one seed in each berry. So each one of these will have, depending on the species, this probably has around 40 seeds in it. This one is not open, so I'm not going to bother digging in here. You can dig in here. I did that for a lot of them, but this one is more closed than usual. So basically in the fall time, you just pick this off. This is around September, like mid-September, late September, around there. They should be pretty visible because the red berries should be like presenting themselves out. So you just pick this off. I just ripped the whole thing off. They're not using it. The only purpose of that is to make seeds. So this is what one looks like when it's open. It's actually really pretty. Sorry for the lawnmower in the background. But yeah, that's what it looks like when it's open, and it has 2 seeds per thing there, but a lot of the time one of them has fallen out or one of them hasn't been fertilized, so there's only one in there. But occasionally you will get both of them fertilized. So what I do, once I get a seed pod, you want to do this quickly after you get them, so no more than like 3 days after you pick them, because these things dry out and lose viability. In the case, they're not too prone to drying, but outside of the case they definitely are. So you do not even want to let these outside of the case sit for a single day. You want to get them in the ground as soon as possible. So what I do, I have my trusty dirty chopstick, and then, oh, this is hard with one hand, I just like dig in there because I'm impatient, and then they should start to hang out. They have this little bit of thread on it, kind of, it's like sticky thread that connects it, you can see there, that connects it to the back. So they will come out eventually, but they'll hang off like this. So you just pull on that or cut it with scissors or something, and there you go. So you just want to do that, and once you have a pile of these, I just put them in a glass of water for 24 hours. And that is to loosen up the skin, hydrate the seed a lot, and the skin becomes way easier to get off. So after you do that, this hasn't been soaking, but I'll show you. After you do that, you just want to put a paper towel down or something, and then just squish it like that. See there? And the seed coat will come off. It's a lot easier if you let them soak. And then there's the seed coat, just compost that, and there's the seed. And then what I do, magnolias don't really have a huge taproot that goes down, to my knowledge. So I get these 75 cell trays, and then there's 50 cell trays here. These are like $1.50 each. Fill it with good potting soil. You want to give them a lot of, not fertilizer, but a lot of water retention, because these things will dry out very fast. But if you do use these are the best way in my opinion. Unless you're growing like 6 or something, I would use this. But these are temporary, probably less than 1 season's worth of growth in here. So as soon as they come up and they occupy this little area, especially the 75 cell ones, they're much smaller. So you don't want to leave them in there for long. You want to transplant them into a bigger pot, like a 1 gallon over there, or something slightly smaller, for a few years. And they're pretty slow growing. In general, they're not the fastest growing trees, but they are definitely well worth it. So I just fill this with soil, put it in there. I put 2 seeds per cell, because I have a lot of seeds and I want at least one tree per cell. And the germination rate hovers around 50% for these. So I'd put 2 per cell to get around 1 tree per cell. Obviously, sometimes that's not going to work. And the germination rate may go up or down depending on the year and the state that they're in. So yeah, I just fill this with soil, poke 2 seeds in there, poke them down, put more soil on top, and then water it in and put it in. I'll show you. I have these little totes over here that I'm not using with some chicken wire on top. As you see here, I just label them in this tote, put them in there, water them, and leave them out for the winter. And over the winter, they will go through stratification, which will basically tell the seed, hey, it's spring now, you can sprout. And then they'll come up. And as soon as they come up, I would look for a bigger pot and try to transplant them if possible. So that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one.